Welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of Separation. Separation is a 2021 horror film directed by William Brent Bell. This story follows a young girl and her father as they try to make amends after the passing of the young girl's mother. However, soon enough, creepy happenings begin to haunt their house and make the grieving process all the more difficult. So I actually knew pretty much nothing about this film heading into the theater tonight, but it was a new horror film and I'm a sucker for horror, so I had to go out and see it, check it out, see what it's all about, and hope that it was a good one. However, I didn't realize it was directed by William Brent Bell, who has given us such classics as Stay Alive, Brahms the Boy 1 and 2, or The Devil Inside. Yeah, his track record, not so great. But I kept an open mind, and let me tell you, the opening credits of this film give a good creepy aura. So we started out with some positivity and hope. Unfortunately, that quickly faded because I think Separation has some cool ideas in there, really nestled deep down. But the film and filmmaker, unfortunately, just aren't able to deliver a satisfying film. So let's go ahead and talk about those positives first. So the premise basically is a big positive for me, actually. We have this artist father who kind of specialized in these creepy designs for his stories, and we have these creepy dolls inspired by his work, and they make for a great horror setup right off the bat. And as I said, they're featured in that great opening credit sequence that puts you into that mood and that atmosphere. And then the use of those dolls actually works pretty well, and we get a couple of other creatures inspired by their designs that looked great. Actually, the special effects on our otherworldly inhabitants of the house looked great. You'll know, obviously, when you see them, but I thought they had a cool, creepy design. They had cool, creepy movements, and it worked. And if we had gone down that path a little bit more, maybe, just maybe, this film would have had a stronger effect. I also really enjoy when horror films kind of use the scary aspects as an allegory for something else. And in many ways, this actually reminded me of The Babadook in what it's trying to tackle in the dramatic elements it's trying to take hold of. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near as good as The Babadook and doesn't execute it on the same level at all. But I appreciated that there was a different type of deep story to be told there underneath just the scares. But unfortunately, those positives, those little grains of hope are never manifested into a cohesive project. So let's go ahead and talk about the negatives of Separation. Well, I appreciated the drama storyline to something deeper here. However, it is written and executed so poorly. Oh my gosh. We jump in right off the deep end with a very melodramatic TV level written, not so well acted story of divorce and separation right off the bat in the film, and it just escalates quickly. Everybody's a caricature of what it is that they're supposed to be doing in this scenario. And it's just not very believable. It's not reasonable. And it instantly prevents you from connecting to this human story that you're supposed to be involved with. Plus, I hate to say it, but I don't think the acting across the board is very great. And that script doesn't help anyone. The script is horrible. And William Brent Bell has not improved as a director when it comes to craft at all, clearly. Because honestly, I had to look up the director immediately upon watching the film because I thought, okay, this feels like a first feature. This feels like a small production. However, it's still got a theatrical release, though the look and craftsmanship feels more like something you'd find straight to Redbox. And although his films haven't been great, William Brent Bell has been directing horror films for well over a decade that have gone mainstream, and his style is actually regressing in many ways, which is a shame. The editing is choppy and unrefined. The sound design is particularly off-putting and very amateur-like. And the attempts at atmosphere or unique ideas really fall flat. Brett Bell is not able to construct the scares and really build up this kind of gothic tension that the film is just begging for. Instead, he opts for this really strange red hue type of motif with finger-like branches that looks like a cheap special effect rather than creating ominous atmosphere. And I don't know, maybe he spent all of his money on making those demon type of spirits look as good as they did, and there was no room for anything else. But there are ways to cheat in the horror genre and still make it scary. And here, none of that type of horror craftsmanship is on display. Plus, there's this subplot with the babysitter, and where that leads to is terrible. I was actually appalled by the story writing for this character and the road we take with her. It's bad. So overall, Separation has nuggets of story in there. It has nuggets of creepiness every now and again, but it's not able to craft a good jump scare even. It's not able to craft a good story, not able to craft characters that you connect with and care about, and ultimately left me a little bit bored and wondering, where are the scares? And how many more chances are we going to give William Brent Bell? So if you are a horror aficionado, if you particularly love spirit stories, I would say rent this when it comes to Redbox. Otherwise, there's no need to see it. It doesn't bring anything new or innovative to the genre. And there are films who have delivered concepts similar much better. So that is my review of Separation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so you are always up to date on my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Separation, or did you already see it? If you have, let me know your thoughts either in the comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.